Hey guys, today we're going to talk about something that's far more common and far more dangerous than most people realize: falling. Imagine this. You're just walking to the kitchen like you always do, slippers on, cup of tea in hand. But before you know it, your foot slips just slightly, your balance wobbles, and in a blink, you're on the floor. It happens fast, but the effects can linger for months or longer. Have you ever felt like your energy is draining faster than it used to? Like getting up from a chair takes more focus now than it did just a few years ago? That's not your imagination. It's the quiet, creeping influence of time. And one of the first places time shows itself is in how we move, how steady we feel, how sure our body responds when the world tilts a little. That's why we're digging deep into the 7 most common causes of falls among older adults. Because the more you understand them, the more you can prevent them. Let's start with the slowest thief of all: your balance. You used to walk without thinking. Your feet found their way across uneven grass, loose gravel, dimly lit hallways. Your knees bent and adjusted, ankles turned and stabilized. Your core muscles automatically kicked in to keep everything upright. But somewhere along the way, those small stabilizers have gotten weaker. Not because you did anything wrong, but simply because you've been using them a little less each year. Balance doesn't vanish overnight. It fades like an old photograph, slowly losing sharpness, color, reliability. You notice it when you turn too quickly and feel a little dizzy, or when stepping off a curb makes you pause, or when standing on one leg to put on a sock becomes something you now do sitting down. These moments may seem small, but they're your body whispering that your sense of balance is changing. Part of it is muscle loss, especially in the hips, thighs, and calves. It's a natural part of aging, but it matters more than you think. Those muscles are your shock absorbers. They respond every time you shift your weight, even slightly. When they weaken, your body doesn't react as quickly, and you're more likely to stumble when a foot snags or the ground shifts under you. Your joints play a role too. Stiff knees and ankles don't give your brain the same quality of feedback they used to. That feedback, called proprioception, is how you know where your body is in space, even when your eyes are closed. But when joints don't move as smoothly or as fully, that signal weakens and your balance suffers. Even your inner ear, which controls your vestibular system, the thing that helps you keep upright when the world moves, can lose sensitivity. You might not notice until you're trying to navigate a crowded room or a supermarket aisle with harsh lights and too much movement. Suddenly, the floor feels less steady, the corners sharper, and you feel like you're floating just a little too much. And don't forget about reflexes. Remember how fast you used to catch yourself when you tripped? That lightning-fast reaction time isn't quite as snappy now. Your brain still knows what to do, but the signal doesn't travel as fast through aging nerves, and the muscles take just a beat longer to respond. Sometimes that's all it takes, a beat too long. But here's the good news. Balance is one of the most trainable systems in the body. You can absolutely improve it, no matter your age. You just have to practice, consistently and safely. Start small. Stand next to your kitchen counter and try lifting one foot just a few inches off the floor for 5 seconds. Switch sides. Do that a few times each day. As you improve, try it with your eyes closed. Add gentle heel-to-toe walking along a hallway wall. Look into Tai Chi or yoga classes for seniors. These aren't just trends. They're powerful tools for retraining the body's coordination. Even walking regularly helps, especially if it includes some changes in direction, slight inclines, or uneven terrain like grass or gravel. Don't avoid these challenges. Embrace them with care. They keep your body tuned. And remember, confidence is key. The more you move, the better your body understands how to move. The worst thing you can do is stop moving because you're afraid of falling. That fear feeds the problem, and we'll get to that in Section 5. You can also check in with a physical therapist. They can assess your balance in ways you may not even know are possible. They can see which muscles are underperforming and which habits might be quietly making things worse. With just a few sessions, you can learn exercises tailored for your specific needs. Exercises that can become part of your daily rhythm. It also helps to review your shoes. Old favorites may no longer serve your balance well. Soft soles, worn treads, and loose fits can reduce your ability to feel the floor. Look for shoes with firm support, good grip, and a snug, but not tight fit. Even indoors, consider supportive footwear instead of slippers if balance is becoming an issue. Last but not least, talk to your doctor. If you're noticing frequent stumbles, lightheadedness when standing, or a growing sense that your legs aren't listening as well as they used to, bring it up. It's not just aging, it might be an early warning sign of something more specific. Blood pressure shifts, inner ear issues, nerve conditions. These are all treatable, but only if caught. So if you found yourself hesitating more when getting up, reaching for a wall more often than you used to, or feeling a tiny quake under your step, it's time to listen. Not with fear, but with curiosity. Your body is still talking to you. You just have to decide to respond. Now let's talk about your eyes. You wake up in the morning and open the curtains. The sunlight pours in, just like it always has. But something's changed. The room looks the same, but there's a strange haze. You squint. The corners of things seem softer. That top step, the edge of the rug, the cat lying still near the sofa, they're all just a little less obvious. You blink again. Is it the lighting or your eyes? You've probably noticed changes in your vision over the years. You need brighter lights to read. You struggle to see clearly in the dark, and glare from car headlights at night feels almost blinding now. These are normal parts of aging, but they play a much bigger role in your risk of falling than most people realize. Your eyes aren't just for seeing, they're part of your balance system. They send constant messages to your brain about where you are in space. If your eyes misjudge distance, lighting, or movement, your brain gets the wrong instructions, and when that happens, your feet can end up somewhere you didn't expect. One big culprit, depth perception. That's your ability to judge how far away things are. When depth perception fades, curbs, steps, and uneven sidewalks become much harder to navigate. You might think the next step is closer than it really is. Or you might reach for a handrail and grab only air. That tiny error in judgment can be the moment your body lurches forward and gravity takes over. Contrast sensitivity also drops with age. You rely on contrast to see edges, where the floor meets a step, where the wall ends and the floor begins, where your gray shoes blend into the gray carpet. If your eyes can't distinguish light from dark as easily, you might not even see what you're about to trip over. And don't forget about peripheral vision. If your side vision has narrowed, you might not notice that dog toy just to the left of your walking path, or the door frame you're about to clip. Narrowed vision also affects your ability to adjust when someone or something moves into your path, like a grandchild rushing past you or a car slowly backing out of a driveway. Many seniors also develop cataracts, which cloud the lens of the eye and make the world seem dimmer or blurrier. Glaucoma can shrink your visual field, turning your vision into something more like looking through a tunnel. Macular degeneration affects the center of your vision, making it hard to see what's directly in front of you. All of these changes happen gradually, so gradually that you often adjust without realizing how much you've lost, until it's too late. But just because it's common doesn't mean it's harmless. Every misstep caused by unclear vision is a fall waiting to happen. And every fall avoided by clearer sight is one more day of independence. So what can you do? First, get your eyes checked. Regularly. Even if you think your vision is about the same, your optometrist can detect subtle changes that you may not notice. They can check for early signs of cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, and other conditions that often have no early symptoms. Update your prescription glasses regularly. Wearing outdated lenses is like navigating the world with a slight funhouse distortion. And make sure you're using the right lenses for the right task. Reading glasses aren't made for walking around, and progressive lenses, while convenient, can sometimes mess with depth perception when you're looking down at stairs or uneven ground. For walking, consider single vision glasses dedicated to distance. Many people find they feel more stable with them, especially on stairs. Also, pay attention to your lighting at home. Bright, even lighting can dramatically improve your safety. Add night lights in hallways, bathrooms, and kitchens. Use brighter bulbs in your favorite reading spots and around stairs. Avoid shadows, especially near thresholds, doorways, and stair edges. Those are easy spots for your brain to misinterpret what your eyes are seeing. Use contrasting colors in your home. Add a dark strip of tape to the edge of light-colored stairs. Choose rugs that contrast with the floor so your eyes can register them. Use brightly colored bath mats or shower treads so your feet know exactly where they are. Don't be afraid to use mobility aids to support your vision. A simple flashlight or headlamp for nighttime trips to the bathroom. A cane with a light. Even holding your phone's flashlight up can make a world of difference in a poorly lit room. You can also retrain your body to compensate for visual changes. Practice scanning your environment as you walk, especially if you tend to look down too much or too little. Use your ears and sense of touch more. When vision dims, the rest of your senses become more important. Listen for echoes that hint at tight spaces. Feel the change in texture under your feet. All of this helps your brain stay sharp. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Vision changes are frustrating. They make simple tasks feel more demanding. But don't rush. Give yourself permission to move more slowly, to pause before stepping, to turn on more lights. There's no prize for speed, but there's freedom in staying upright. So if you found yourself blinking harder to focus or hesitating at steps you once bounded over, trust those instincts. Your eyes might be telling you they need help. And the sooner you listen, the longer you'll stay steady. You open the medicine cabinet and see the same familiar bottles. They've become part of your daily routine. Blood pressure, pills, a little something for arthritis pain, maybe a tablet to help you sleep, or a dose to calm your nerves. You trust them. After all, your doctor prescribed them. They help you feel better, right? But sometimes these medications come with quiet side effects that steal more than pain. They steal your balance, your clarity, your confidence. They can be invisible triggers, hiding in plain sight, quietly increasing your risk of falling. Let's start with the most common blood pressure medications. If you've ever stood up quickly and felt your head swim, your knees buckle slightly, or your vision blur for a moment, that's called orthostatic hypotension. It means your blood pressure drops when you stand, and your brain doesn't get enough blood fast enough. You may feel lightheaded or even black out briefly. It's scary, and it happens more often when you're taking medications that control blood pressure. And that's not just high blood pressure pills. Diuretics, those water pills often prescribed for heart failure or fluid retention, can dehydrate you, lower your blood pressure, and throw off your electrolytes, making muscles weak or twitchy. You may feel like your legs are moving through molasses, or like your body isn't fully connected to your brain. That's the kind of disorientation that leads to falls. Now think about medications for sleep or anxiety. Benzodiazepines like diazepam, lorazepam, or even over-the-counter sleep aids like diphenhydramine. You'll know it as Benadryl. These can linger in your system longer as you age, and they often cause drowsiness, slower reaction times, and a sort of mental fog. You may feel okay 1 minute and completely unsteady the next, like a rug has been pulled out from under your mind. Pain medications, especially opioids, can be just as risky. They often make people feel slightly woozy, detached, or slowed down. That may seem harmless while you're sitting, but when you get up and move, that sluggishness becomes dangerous. It delays your reflexes and throws off your coordination, exactly what you need to avoid a fall. Even antidepressants, which can be life-saving for mental health, sometimes cause dizziness or sedation. Some also affect your heart rate or cause blurry vision. They're important medications, but they require caution and honest conversations with your doctor. Don't forget combinations. Many seniors take 5 or more prescriptions daily. It's called polypharmacy, and it can be a perfect storm. Even if each medication alone is safe, together they might interact in ways that amplify dizziness, drop your blood pressure too low, or cause unexpected sedation. The body's ability to process and eliminate drugs slows with age, so things stay in your system longer and side effects show up stronger. But here's the truth. Medications don't have to be the enemy. In fact, they're often essential. The key is to stay proactive and informed. First, review all your medications with your doctor or pharmacist at least once a year. Not just prescriptions, but supplements, herbal remedies, and over-the-counter products too. Ask specifically, can any of these increase my risk of falling? If you're noticing balance issues or dizziness, don't assume it's just aging. Ask, could this be a side effect? You may be able to switch to a different drug, lower the dose, or adjust the timing. Never stop a medication suddenly, but don't keep silent about what you're feeling either. Also, ask whether the medications you're taking require food or water. Some pills can cause more side effects if taken on an empty stomach, and others may hit harder if you're dehydrated. Make hydration a daily habit. Aim for water throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. That one change alone can ease a surprising number of symptoms. Use a pill organizer, set alarms, and keep a written log if needed. Missing doses, doubling up accidentally, or taking meds at irregular times can cause sharp spikes or dips in how they affect your body. Consistency is safety, and be especially cautious at night. Medications that affect your brain or blood pressure can make nighttime trips to the bathroom a major hazard. When you're groggy, the room is dim, and your balance is slightly off. It's a perfect recipe for a fall. Prepare for this. Keep a sturdy nightlight near your bed, clear the walking path, and give yourself time to fully wake up before standing. If possible, avoid taking sedating medications right before bed unless absolutely necessary. Sometimes changing the schedule, taking them an hour earlier, or spreading the dose throughout the day can make a big difference. Mobility aids can also help bridge the gap. If you're adjusting to a new medication that affects balance, don't hesitate to use a cane or walker temporarily. They're not a sign of weakness. They're tools to help you stay independent and avoid injury. And here's something powerful. Just being aware of how medications might affect your body can make you more cautious and attentive. You're more likely to grab the handrail, wait a moment before standing, or take a breath before crossing the room. That awareness alone can prevent a fall. You've probably taken these medications for years. Maybe nothing ever happened before. But remember, your body changes, and what worked a year ago may feel very different now. That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means it's time to check in, adjust, and move forward with a little more information in your corner. So the next time you take your pills, take a moment too. Ask how they're making you feel, not just whether they're doing their job. Because your well-being isn't only about the illness being treated, it's about keeping you steady, clear, and confident on your feet. You walk through your home with confidence. After all, this is your space. You know every corner, every creak in the floor, every familiar step from the kitchen to the bedroom. But here's the tricky part. That very familiarity can turn into something dangerous. Because the truth is, most falls happen at home. Not on rocky trails or icy sidewalks, but in the same rooms where you've lived your life. It's not because you're clumsy or careless. It's because your home hasn't aged the way your body has. What once felt perfectly normal, soft rugs, shiny floors, tight spaces, can now be traps waiting for the smallest misstep. Let's begin in the most fall-prone zone, the bathroom. It's small, often slippery and full of hard surfaces. A little water on the floor, a bar of soap not quite where you thought it was, or a sudden twist as you reach for the towel. Any of these can lead to a dangerous fall. Bathtubs especially are treacherous. That high step in and out, the slick surface underfoot, the need to balance while washing, it's all asking your body to perform like it did 30 years ago. But you can change this. Start by installing grab bars, real sturdy ones, not just towel racks pretending to help. Place them inside the shower and next to the toilet. Add non-slip mats, both inside and outside the tub. And don't settle for that worn-out bath mat that curls at the corners. Get one that grips the floor and lies flat. Now take a walk through your bedroom. Do you leave shoes or slippers beside the bed? Is the lamp across the room instead of on the nightstand? Is the path from bed to bathroom cluttered or dark? You need lighting that works before your feet even hit the floor. Motion sensor night lights are your friend. Plug them into outlets along your usual walking path. You'll never again have to fumble for a switch in the dark or squint into shadowed hallways. If your bedroom rug shifts underfoot or has curled edges, either secure it with non-slip backing or remove it altogether. And what about the living room? Rugs are one of the biggest hazards in a senior's home. They slip, bunch, curl, and catch. even if they've been there for decades, even if you're careful. If you're not willing to part with them, at least secure every corner with non-slip pads or double-sided carpet tape. And that coffee table you used to dance around with ease, it might be too close now. Give yourself wider pathways, at least 3 feet, between furniture. Cords, oh, the cords. Power strips, phone chargers, TV cables. They snake across the floor, often in places you don't expect. You lift your foot to walk, and suddenly it's caught on something invisible. Use cord organizers, secure them to baseboards, or run them behind furniture completely. This is one of the easiest and cheapest ways to prevent a fall. Look around your kitchen next. Are your most used items stored high or low? Reaching or bending can throw off your balance. Rearrange shelves so that daily essentials are between waist and shoulder height. Avoid step stools unless absolutely necessary, and if you must use one, make sure it's stable with a handle to hold on to. Better yet, ask for help. Consider the floors themselves. Glossy tiles, polished wood, and smooth vinyl can be beautiful, but they're also slippery, especially in socks. Rubber-soled shoes or grip socks can help, but so can simple textured mats in areas where you stand a lot, like at the sink or stove. Just make sure they stay flat and don't curl at the edges. Stairs deserve special attention. They're a leading cause of serious falls, and yet many people treat them like an afterthought. Every staircase in your home should have a handrail, preferably on both sides. Don't just place your hand near it, use it every time. Mark the edges of each step with high contrast tape, especially if the flooring and stairs are the same color. Good lighting is crucial. Install motion-activated lights at both the top and bottom of the staircase if you can. And don't forget the front door. Outdoor steps, porches, and thresholds are often uneven or prone to moisture buildup. One rainy morning, one loose brick, and it's too late. Add railings. Keep walkways clear. Salt or sand icy surfaces in winter. Replace cracked concrete. Keep a small chair or bench near the door so you can sit while putting on or removing shoes. If all of this feels overwhelming, take it one room at a time. Start with the areas you use the most. Walk through your home during the day and then again at night. Ask yourself, if I got up right now and needed the bathroom, what would trip me up? You might even invite a friend or family member to walk through with you. Sometimes an extra pair of eyes, especially ones that haven't adapted to your space over decades, can spot what you've stopped noticing. Even better, consider a home safety assessment by a professional. Occupational therapists often offer this service and can recommend small, affordable changes that make a big difference. This isn't about turning your home into a hospital. It's about making it fit you better, who you are now and who you want to keep being. Independent, safe, at ease, because you deserve to feel secure in your own home. You've worked hard to build it. You've lived your stories inside these walls. Let's make sure you can keep writing more, without the fear of a misstep pulling you away. Take a look around, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Ask what your home might be telling you. Listen carefully. It might just be saying, let's make things a little safer together. You pause before taking the next step, not because the floor is slippery, not because you're dizzy, not even because your legs feel weak. You pause because somewhere inside you, a thought rises like a fog. What if I fall? And there it is, fear, quiet, creeping, powerful. It doesn't shout, but it's always there. It shows up when you're deciding whether to climb that one step without a railing, when you're reaching up into a cabinet, when you're getting out of bed at night. You hesitate, and that hesitation begins to shape how you move. You become careful, then overly careful, then hesitant, then still. It's understandable. If you've fallen before, the memory of it doesn't just fade, it settles into your muscles. You start changing the way you walk, you tighten up, you move more slowly, more rigidly. Ironically, that fear, which is meant to protect you, can actually increase your chances of falling. When you move with anxiety, your body tenses, your stride shortens, you stop using your arms naturally, your posture stiffens, you stop trusting your feet. And when something unexpected does happen, a wobble, a slippery tile, you're less likely to recover gracefully. Your reflexes are delayed. Your mind panics. And suddenly, what you feared becomes real. So let's talk about this fear. Not to push it away, but to understand it and then to manage it. Because fear is a signal, not a verdict. It means you care. It means you want to stay safe. That's a good instinct. But living inside the fear, that's where the danger lies. Start by naming the fear. Say it out loud or write it down. I'm afraid of falling and hurting myself. That's honest. That's human. Now follow it with, so I will do what I can to prevent it, but I will not let it stop me from living. One powerful antidote to fear is confidence, and confidence comes from preparation. You've already learned about the physical causes of falling: weak balance, poor vision, medication side effects, and unsafe home environments. Addressing those is step one. Step two is learning to move with confidence again. Try balance exercises, as we mentioned earlier. But here, focus on how it feels to move. Tune into your body's rhythm. Practice standing tall, keeping your gaze forward, and walking with a steady, deliberate pace. Not rushed, not cautious, just present. If fear is rooted in a past fall, consider working with a physical therapist who specializes in fall recovery. They don't just help your body heal, they help your mind relearn trust in your body. They'll guide you through safe environments where you can practice catching yourself, stepping over obstacles, even falling safely if needed. And if anxiety is heavy, if it keeps you up at night or prevents you from doing things you love, talk to someone, a counselor, a family member, your doctor. Fear of falling is a form of psychological trauma, and it deserves attention. There's no shame in asking for help. Support groups can also make a difference. Hearing other people's stories, realizing you're not the only one feeling this, can be incredibly freeing. Many communities have senior centers or wellness programs that offer group classes focused on movement, confidence, and fall prevention. Tai Chi, gentle yoga, even ballroom dancing, yes, dancing, can all retrain your balance and rebuild your trust in your body. Then there's the simple act of planning ahead. If an outing or task makes you anxious, don't cancel it, just make it safer. Take your cane, bring a friend, go during daylight, map the route, wear the shoes that grip best. Build your life with the fear in mind, not under its control, and give yourself permission to rest. Fear is exhausting, it drains you. So take breaks, breathe deeply, return to things that center you, a favorite chair, a walk outside, a moment of sunlight on your face. Let those small moments remind you that you're still in control. Let's be honest, falls happen. They happen to people of all ages. But for seniors, the impact can be greater, and that truth can be terrifying. But here's something even more true. Your risk is reducible. Your strength is renewable. Your spirit is resilient. Every time you choose to move with intention, to assess your environment, to speak up about how you're feeling, that's you reclaiming power. That's you saying, yes, I've aged, but I am still here. I am still upright. I am still moving forward. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Willing to learn, willing to adapt, willing to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even if it's slower now, especially if it's slower now. Take that next step with care, but take it. The floor is still beneath you. The path is still yours to walk. So now you've walked with me through the hidden roots of falling. Not just the obvious stumbles, but the quiet changes in your muscles, your vision, your medications, your home, and yes, your heart. It's a lot to take in, and I want you to take a deep breath now. Let your shoulders drop. Let the weight of worry roll gently off your back. You've just gathered wisdom, not fear, insight, not limitation. You are not fragile. You are adapting. You are not helpless. You are awakening. And your age is not an enemy. It is a teacher. You don't need to make every change tonight. Start with the one thing that speaks loudest to you. Maybe it's lighting a hallway. Maybe it's speaking with your doctor. Maybe it's trying one balancing pose at the kitchen counter. That one act of care, that single adjustment, can be the beginning of something stronger. Let your home become your sanctuary again. Let your body remember how to trust itself. And let your spirit, weary but wise, find peace in knowing that prevention isn't about perfection. It's about preparation. It's about honoring your own path and choosing to walk it safely, steadily, and without apology. As you turn off the lights tonight, may you feel not just safe, but sure. Sure of your next step, sure of your strength, sure that even if you wobble, you'll rise again. Thank you for walking with me through this. You're not alone. You never have been. You never will be. Sleep easy now. Tomorrow we keep moving.